This is Mahesh. In this session, we are going to see LCM and HCF. So, LCM is least common multiple. You know that. HCF is highest common factor. You know that. GCD is nothing but instead of LCM, they may have asked question with the word GCD. GCD is nothing but greatest common divisor. Let's get started. So, HCF is highest, largest, maximum. Whenever you see HCF, so in a question, highest, largest, maximum, so that kind of things and all based on HCF. If the LCM is questioned, means they might have given the words of least, shortest, minimum, so smallest, like that. Okay, so these and all. So HCF and LCM can be calculated in three ways. So I will explain all the three ways here. So listen carefully. First is using factorization method. The factorization which we have seen in the previous video. So factorization is nothing but, so I am having a question. Find HCF and LCM of 45 and 60 is the question. Using factorization method at first. So how will you use factorization method here? So first thing is, what you will do, you have to do prime factorization. Prime factorization is nothing but taking all the, writing a number in the form of product of prime numbers. So I am here writing this 45 in the form of 3 square into 5, which is nothing but I am taking 3, remaining 15, 3, 5. So 3 square into 5 is the prime factorization form of 45. And 60, when it comes to 60, I can take 2, and then 2, and then 3, and then 5. So you have to take out all the prime numbers first. So and then product all the prime numbers to get prime factorization. So you have value for 45, which is 3 square into 5, and value for 60, which is 2 square into 3 into 5. So first HCF. When it comes to HCF, highest common factor. So what is the common factor between these two? Common prime factors between these two. First of all, what is the common prime factors between these two? 3 and 5. So only 3 and 5 are common. That's all prime factors. So 3 and 5. So question is highest common factor. Highest common. What is in 3? What is the highest common? 3 itself. So you have to take 3. In 5, 5 itself. 3 into 5 is equal to 15. That's HCF. HCF is highest common. What is highest common between 3 and 3 square? 3 is the common one. So when you write this into 3 power 0, 3 power 1, and 3 power 0, 3 power 1, and 3 power 2, you will get 3 power 1 as common. Highest common is 3 power 0 and 3 power 1. So 3 power 1, you will take 3 power 1. So that's it. When it comes to LCM, you have to write down all the prime factors between both of them. So what is the prime factors common? So not common. So all the prime factors. So totally we have 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5 is the prime factors. You have to write 2, 3, 5. And then least common multiple, which is nothing but you have to take all the highest powers. So in 2, what is the highest power? 2 square. In 3, what is the highest power? 3 square. In 5, what is the highest power? 5 itself. That's all. When you multiply this, you will get the LCM. When it comes to factorization method, you need to know factorize, and at the same time, highest common factor means HCF means you have to take the common prime factors and then least of the power with common. Okay. At the same time, when it comes to LCM, you have to take all the prime factors and highest power of all of them. Okay. That's it. So when using L method, this is the method I recommend always to solve. So 45 and 60 means what is the common between 45 and 60? You can take 15 directly because here we are not prime factorizing. So you don't need to take 2 and other things, 2, 3, 5 and so on. You can directly take what is the highest common. 45 and 60, common is 15. That's it. There is no common. After taking 15, 3 and 4. So there is no common. That's it. Over. HCF is over. When it comes to LCM, you have to be having 1 and 1 inside. So you will take 3 outside and 4 outside. 1 and 1 will be there. So 15 into 3 into 4 will be 180. So this is the method I recommend. Always try to use L method to solve HCF and LCM. And one more method. This is also I will recommend. But if you are fast in maths, calculating addition, multiplication, division means then you can use this. If you are very fast in multiplication and division means, you can use this and you will get the answer within fraction of seconds. Okay, done. So using shortcut, HCF means least number or dividend of least number. So if there is numbers, your HCF will be either the least number or dividend of least number, which is nothing but least number divided by 2, least number divided by 3, least number divided by 4, and so on. Any one of the number from that. And LCM means the highest number. In the given numbers, the highest number may be LCM or else the multiples of highest number. In this case, if you take least number 45 and 60, we have the question 45 and 60. What is the least number here? 45. So dividend of least number is, so 45 divided by 2 is 22.5, 45 divided by 3 is 50, 45 divided by 4 is 11.25, 45 divided by 5 is 9, and so on. The thing is, point values you will not take, so remove. So 15, when you take 15, so next dividend of 3, 15 means 15 is 15 divisible by 60. Is 60 divisible by 15 is what you have to check. Is 15 a multiple of 60? So then check, when you check that 15 is 4 times of 15 is 60. So it can divide 60. 15 can divide 60. So your answer is 15 is the HCF. When it comes to LCM, LCM means you have to take the highest number. What is the highest number here? 60. Highest number 60 may be the LCM. So you have to check 60 will not be divisible by 45. Then multiples of 60. 120. When you check 120, 120 is also not divisible by 45. And 180, 180 is divisible by 45. So 180 is your LCM. So I recommend always try to use L method, or else if you are very fast in multiplication, use this method. Okay, this is nothing but very simple. If you have 4 numbers, for example, I have given an example. Find the HCF and LCM of 10, 12, 15 and 20. 10, 12, 15 and 20. What is the common thing? There is no common. So there is no common between the 4. So HCF will be 1. And then LCM is nothing but highest number or multiples of highest number. So if you take highest number, so 20 is divisible by 10 but not divisible by 12. So next multiple of 20, which is nothing but 40. 40 is divisible by 10 but not divisible by 12. Next multiple of 20 is 60. 20, 40, 60, 80 and so on. 60. 60 is divisible by 10. 60 is divisible by 12. 60 is divisible by 15. So 60 is the LCM. So LCM is 60. You can use this method. So when you use L method or factorization method for this question, it will take long time. So you cannot get answer in short period of time. So try to use this method. LCM is very simple. LCM is highest number or multiples of highest number. HCF is least number or else multiples of least number. So in this case, if you check least number, until you get 10 divided by 10, you will not get the answer 1. So when you get 10 divided by 10, 1 will divide all the numbers. So HCF is 1. That's it. And one more thing you need to know, if the question is about 2 numbers, the product of those 2 numbers is equal to product of those LCM and HCF. So HCF and LCM is 15 into 180, which is equal to 45 into 60. So product of AB is equal LCM into HCF. So why we are telling this is, when the HCF is 1 means, when the HCF is 1, when it is based on only 2 numbers. So when the HCF for 2 number is 1 means, then LCM is nothing but the product of those 2 numbers. Because when you calculate 1, product of 2 numbers is LCM of AB. Okay, if A and B are co-prime, HCF is equal to 1. That is what I told you. There is no common between 2 numbers means HCF is 1. That is what we will write anyway. That's all. So in these 3 methods, you can take any method to solve LCM and HCF. Okay. Next, get into the HCF and LCM of fractions. If the question is in fraction, what you have to do? How will you solve HCF and LCM? So you cannot write like this. No, either L method you cannot use. At the same time, you cannot use the factorization method for the fractions. So at the same time, you can use this in that, but you may not get the highest value, product of this easily. So that is why you have to use this method. HCF is in fractions, HCF is the question means you will have fractions means you will have numerators and denominator. Am I right? You will have numerator as well as denominator. So HCF is the question means HCF of the numerators. So numerators will be placed with HCF of the numerators and denominator is opposite of HCF, LCM of denominators. So denominator should be placed with the LCM of denominator when the question is about HCF. When the question is about LCM means LCM of numerators. The numerators will be based on LCM and then HCF of denominators. Anyway, you have to find HCF of all the numerators, HCF and LCM as well as all the numerators, denominators, HCF and LCM. So everything you have to find. At the same time, numerator and denominator should not have common factors. So before solving fraction values, fraction HCF and LCM, is there any common factor between the numerator and denominator? What you have to check. If there is something common, you have to remove that before solving using the method. Okay. So first thing, first step is you have to check common factors. Is there any common factor 21 by 14 and 15 by 9 and 40 by 15? In every case, common factor is there between numerator and denominator. So here I can write this as 3 by 2. 3 times of 7 and 2 times of 7 because common is 7. And here common factor is 3. So 3 times of 3, 5 times of 3. Here common factor is 5. 8 times of 5 and 3 times of 5. So I get 3 by 2, 5 by 3 and 8 by 3. If you take numerators, what are the numerators out there? 3, 5, 8. You have to find LCM and HCF for numerators means you have to take these 3 numbers. Denominators, what are the denominators are there? Denominators is 2, 3 and 3. You have to use these things. So find out LCM and HCF. So before of that, find HCF of numerators. So HCF of numerators, what is that? HCF of numerators, that is why I am mentioning N. So what is the common between these 3? 3, 5, 8. Is there any common? No. So HCF of numerator is 1. LCM of numerators. LCM of numerators is if there is no common between the numbers, the product of number is the LCM. That is what I told you. So here 3 and 5 and 8, even all the 3 doesn't have any common. So 3 into 5, 15. 15 into 8, 120. That is the LCM of numerator. Okay, done. Next, find out the HCF and LCM of denominators. HCF of denominators. So HCF of denominators 2, 3, 3. What is the common? There is no common between all the 3. Okay, but when it comes to LCM, LCM of denominators, what is the value you will get? What is the value? What is the common? You can take 3 outside. First you will take 2 and then next you will take 3. Everything will become 1. So 2 into 3 is the LCM. 2 into 3, 6. Which is nothing but when it goes by shortcut, what you will do? So highest number and multiples of highest number is LCM. So highest number, if you check highest number 3, 3 is not divisible by 2. So multiples of highest number, 3 is next multiple is 6. 6 is divisible by 2 and then this 3 as well. So 6 is the LCM of denominator. So here look, HCF is the question means I am solving HCF now. HCF is equal HCF of numerators. What is the HCF of numerators? Numerators HCF is 1. What is LCM of denominators? LCM of denominator is 6. That's all. When it comes to LCM of numerators. What is LCM of numerators? 120. And then HCF of denominators 1. So your answer is 120. That's all. That's all the solution way of solving the way of HCF and LCM when the question is given in the fraction. So you have to know LCM and HCF either in these methods when it comes to integers. This is the only method for fractions. Okay, that's all.